Discord, please. Let me move you over here so I can see. This. Hello and welcome to the grand finals for the Crystalis Randomizer Tournament 2023. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is this? Mariah, go ahead and take over. My audio is doing something.
All right, Dragon Dark getting a little beat up by Discord there, or Discord beating up him. His audio there. Welcome everyone to what is Game 3 of 3 to the grand finals of the Crystalis Randomizer Tournament here in Speedgaming. We got TheAxeMan, Matrick. They just got started. They're duking it out to see who's going to take home the trophy. My name is Mariah, joined by Dragon Dark and Code Gorilla on tracking. And we are off. I didn't see the first item, but
yeah, I missed the first item too, but I got my audio problems fixed, so we're good to go.
It was a lockpick.
A lockpick. So we're probably gonna, we're probably gonna see a dive into the vampire cave here pretty quick. If that's the right key, it likely is.
Also, warp boots in Leaf there. Nice to have.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah, so Matrick took game 1 on a gamble. That story mode was off, and it was off, and he did take the win on that one. TheAxeMan was in the lead on that race, and he did take the loss on game 2. Obviously, TheAxeMan did take the win on that one, seeing as we're here in game 3. So down to the wire here. Both these runners, again, looking to take the win tonight so they can take the whole series, the whole championship. Pretty big race here. Clearly, that was the windmill key.
Mm-hmm. Both heading straight in. Oh, we start with a thunder sword. that sword being that early makes me think that we're probably going to see mimic mode on.
That's true. We are not checking. Matrick did not do his standard check Zebu's cave to trigger that in case he needs to use the alarm flute later. And we didn't see any checks of GBC cave. So we're going right into the vampire cave here.
I do agree with that play, just because you had the key, it means it's probably going to send you in here for a reason. And either, if they hadn't gotten that sword there, I would have said mimic mode is probably off, although I've certainly seen seeds where it hasn't.
Well.
Nice robot in this room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, actual mimic.
The decoy.
Matt gonna do a little bit of farming here. I don't disagree with this play. Oh, yep, mimic mode is on, and we have our second sword already. Oh, Matt only wanted one extra one. I guess just enough to buy an extra pair of warp boots or something. Two swords. Oh, actually, I was looking at the wrong screen. Good job, me.
I was just about to say, I'm not sure. I was trying to pay attention a little bit more to further commentary before I said anything.
Yeah, no, I'm like, wait a minute, what? This isn't right.
Yeah, TheAxeMan did an extra farm there for a little bit of money.
I don't blame him. Having a little bit extra cash early on really does kind of help.
Yeah, 2 of your races recently, the shield you sold right away, 10,000 gold right off or 10,000 whatever dollar dues in Crystalis here, right off the bat. Always nice to have some cash.
Oh yeah, that's a traditional play for me. Get the early shield and it's gone. I want the money. Axe making a play over to Zebu. Did we happen to get a flute from that last chest or not?
No. I think he might have been taking a page out of Matrick's playbook there, where Matrick used to do that check in the beginning, but didn't do that check. Ran right to GBC cave afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, knowing what the walls are there, that could have given him, if he had the correct sword, that would have given him instant access to Cordell Plains anyway, and that might have been the right way to go.
Yeah, so we're seeing all these mimics, and of course, as it's been explained numerous times throughout this tournament, there is a 50-50 flag on whether it's going to be oops, all mimics in the chests, or at least that guard the chests, or whether it's off tonight. It is on, so that means every chest is going to be a mimic that they will have to fight before they can actually get the contents of that chest. Sometimes they'll be actually mimics, but most of the time it is going to be an item that they'll be picking up. Whether that item is useful or not is yet to be seen.
I mean, they got a sweet Lysis plant out of one of these chests. Come on. Who doesn't want one of those?
At a Fruit of Power. I guess Fruit of Power might actually be useful for some magic replenishment at some point.
Yeah, that's probably worth at least holding on to right now, at least unless they need to fill their entire inventory with warp. Then we might see one of them chuck it. Unfortunately, the walls here in GBC Cave are firewalls, so that's not helpful in the slightest. Looks like our options right now are just the first chest on... Actually, no, they can get to Zebu in Shiren, and they can also get up Hydra a little bit, since they have Water Sword.
We cannot trigger the event in Goa, right? Because we just can't get through those statues unless they buy a bunch of medical herbs. We need to reach Siron first, anyway, don't we?
Yeah, we have to talk to Zebu, and you have to have the Sword of Thunder in order to trigger that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little rusty in this game, period. So yeah, I'll be sort of questionable in some of the things I'll say, but then you'll correct me and I'll realize, okay, yeah, that's right.
Magic Ring. Okay, that's not a bad find. Not really what we want to see early, though. But now we have the question of, do you go up Hydra? I mean, there's 2 checks up here that are guaranteed to be able to be grabbed. It depends on what the walls are up here. Yeah. There's also the 1 check down in... actually, no, they have Water Swords. So they can get 2 checks guaranteed in Oasis Cave and possibly a 3rd one.
I know Axe likes to trigger the event in Shiron. We'll see if he does a super early Mado 1, if he can, assuming that Mado is going to be weak to water or thunder.
He has a bunch of medical herbs, so he might, but I have a feeling he's probably going to at least go up Hydra first, since he's already here.
Yeah, looks like it.
And that first chest is really, really quick to pick up, so it kind of makes sense. Let's see, what do we got for walls? We have thunder walls, so we can climb Mount Hydra here. That's going to give them 2 extra checks, although they're going to have to leave, unless we get super lucky and get a, 7-minute flight, they're not getting that last check.
Yeah, with another one of those flags, 50-50 story mode being on or off, depending on what our runners see, they might take that gamble that story mode ends up being off, or whether they think it's going to be off if we see the early bows, early flight, things of that nature. Obviously, still plenty of game left to go at this point, though.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't think that's even on either one of their minds right now.
Yeah.
So we just had I saw what it was, and now I just already forgot. That's...
The first chest was an opal. I don't remember what that second chest was. Again, I did things happen so quickly. You look away for 2 seconds and...
Oh, there it is. Warp boots. Warp boots. Useful. Oh, Matt.
Mummies.
No, those skeletons.
Oh, skeletons.
Skeletons and then the mimic. Oh, Fruit of Power. So far this has been all consumables. The opal's been nice. Don't get me wrong. But I'm sure they wanted to actually see, I'm sure Matt wanted to see some actual progression here.
Yeah, he doesn't know Axe is doing the same thing, but if you're not going to get anything out of this, you're thinking, oh man, if Axe made a different play, then he's going to have some better answers.
Right. I'm sure another one of them really wants to pop that opal if they don't have to. But this last room here, there's butterflies, there's shadows firing paralysis beams. What do we got up here? It's all consumables.
Wow.
This was not the play. So the options now are basically Oasis Cave, or you're gonna go plow through those statues and see if you can enter Goa or Mado 1. Those are basically your options. Looks like Matt's gonna go with Oasis Cave. I kind of agree with that, right? As much as I'd like to say, chance Goa, you're gonna need a lot of medical herbs to get in there, and their levels still aren't that high.
Yeah.
Although the scaling is relatively low, so they shouldn't do that much damage.
Yeah, just one herb from Axe to get through there.
Okay, you're not getting in, but you can go to Shiren, and now we have Mado 1 open, so we do have some divergence finally.
Does the item shop still work in a destroyed Chiron in the rando?
No.
Okay, because they did have warp boots here, and I think we're out of warp boots on Axe's side.
I believe they had them in Leaf, though.
Oh, that's true. I guess it could just warp back. Yeah. Well, we do have a Mado 1 here, weak to water.
5 damage a hit. That's not too bad. Mado 1 usually isn't all that bad to fight. He doesn't move that fast, and as long as you got whatever sword you need for it, it's not that bad of a fight.
Oh, one thing. Have we confirmed charge shots on or not? Charge shots only.
Yeah, that. As soon as they got that first sword, I saw them charging like as soon as they were moving.
Yeah, I didn't see any stabs when Axe was there right on top of Mado. I didn't see any stabs, so I was assuming charge shots there.
I was gonna say, Axe ended the fight right on top of the Mimic, so I knew that was coming. Oh, okay. I didn't see what Matt pulled out of. Matt pulled at least a shield out of Oasis Cave here. I didn't see what the other item was. Kogorilla is saying it was Refresh. So Matt has healing and a shield, but that is not progression. Although Refresh will definitely help with getting through the statues a little bit.
So with the shield, right?
Oh yeah, like it's actually with this level of scaling, it's technically possible, depending on which shield he picked up. He may not take any damage.
Yeah.
Matt is just now going to check Zebu's cave. Axe, on the other hand, has the correct sword for Vampire Cave and is ducking back in here. This is basically going to be your way to get to Cordell Plains. So Mado 1 was the play. You were required to go through those statues.
Yeah, we'll see if Oasis Cave ever comes up on Axe's radar. We know right now, at least without flight, there's nothing of interest. Not real interest there. Shield, refresh, not going to be really game breaking.
Oh yeah, Matt took almost no damage going through those statues.
Orb of fire there.
He took so little damage, he just walked out. Sure, Matt. So, Orb of Fire for Axe. That's... Of course we get an orb for the one sword we don't have yet. That's how it always is.
Oh!
We got our first slime. Fortunately, there's an exit near the point where he's at, so it's not too hard to get rid of.
Oh, was it intentional he was poisoned? Okay.
Oh, I didn't even see the poison. We got Matt going up against Mado 1 here.
Looks like Axe is a little frozen on his side.
Yeah, his internet might not be cooperating. Oh, there we go. In the middle of the vampire fight. Alright, Axe, don't stand on the chest this time. Eliza's plant in the way. Has to pick it up.
Alright, so there's... Okay. Well, Axe ended the fight on the chest, and Matrick walked right into it there. Does get his sword of wind, though.
Okay, so Akahana wants the Risa plant this time around. Looks like Axe is going to go straight to Amazones and pick up the chest in the basement. I like this play. Gets you Amazones on your warp list and gets you an extra item really quick.
Yeah, then from here, what else do we have? We have we have access to the swamp from here.
Yeah, we do. We don't have a gas. We don't have the hazmat suit though. Level 4 with some medical herbs and Matt has refresh. Axe does not, but it's not too bad to do a hell run if you really wanted to. But if it was intending for you to go to Oak this early, it would have probably given us telepathy.
Yeah.
And since we don't have that, the only check you would get out of it would be the Storm fight, which would be a pretty big gamble. Oh, look, bracelet for the sword we don't have either. Yup. I've seen this a few times.
And what puts Saber North in logic from here?
That is just teleport.
Okay. So we're going over to Saber West/South, depending on which team you're on here.
I am on Saber South team. Thank you very much. Ooh, Axe getting poisoned immediately resets to clear that. Does not want that climbing it. We don't have Rabbit Boots, Flight, or Speed Boots, so we're not getting the Tornado Bracelet. He does have to go down and just start going through the caves. So basically, we have this option here on Saber South. We could Hell Run to Oak, but that's not in logic. And the other option is that you could take that Sword of Wind and go try to break the walls to get into Goa. Since we know it's not water, we know it's not thunder, but neither one has checked wind yet. So it's possible Goa could be the play.
Yeah, that would be interesting. How many checks do we have available to us here in Saber South?
3, 4 if we have the right bracelet for Tornell, which that technically could be the progression as well.
Okay.
It could be trying to lead us up for that. Because that was actually a pretty early bracelet, so it might be the flame bracelet we need.
That's true. We did see that in a previous one of the races here where Tornell did have the answer, and they did have that early bracelet as well.
Oh, and Steve bringing up a good point here. You can also use Flight to get in there by just flying over the river, as it just disables the trigger check on the Cordell Plains side. But Flight's always buried so deep that we basically never see that.
Yeah. All right, Mantric also going to Amazonas first. Going to check the basement.
Wants to flirt with the guard a little bit beforehand, though. So it was just a Mimic on the ledge, and I didn't see... Oh yeah, it was a Mirrored Shield in that second. So far, nothing here. I think if there's going to be anything here, it's going to be on Tornell. Oh no, he wants the Tornado Bracelet. And just a regular Mimic. Wow, yeah, this is a complete bust.
So, are we going to Goa here? Or did Axe... I think Axe has seen the walls both... yeah, he saw the flame walls, the fire walls in Zebu's Cave. I'm pretty sure he saw what was in GBC, although we're headed back here. Maybe I've been mistaken. Or maybe we have the sword now.
GBC, I thought, was Firewall.
It's possible we only saw that on Matrix side. But...
Oh, no, he's just... Okay. Oh. Axe? Axe?
Yeah, Axe has shown he has a little cheat sheet that he writes down the type of walls that are in each place, because that really helps. Obviously, if you see something early, you'll forget about it a little bit later on. So maybe he just looked down at that sheet now. He's like, I've seen this, and I think Go is the play. So
Matt, however, is doing the Hell Run. He wants to see what's on Storm. I give him props for this, but this is only one check. But if it's something good, this could be huge. And this is all out of logic as well.
That's very interesting.
And the front door to Goa is wind. That was this is the... Oh, God. wind straight into Sabero. Oh no, Kelbask. I couldn't hear the music, couldn't tell right off the bat. We got a water weak Kelbask.
Sacred Shield for Stom.
Well, that's money if he wants it. I mean, he already has the Psycho Shield, so there's not really any reason to keep it unless he wants that. Unless he wants the slime resist.
Yeah.
Looks like Matt's gonna make the same play to Saber South that Axe did, and he's gonna be sorely disappointed in what he finds here.
We get the silver lamp off of Kelbask. I thought he put the mimic in the wall there, but we're still able to get it.
So a lamp that could either be the turn-in or that could be the glowing lamp. I guess if we find a statue relatively quickly, it has a higher likelihood of being the glowing lamp. But we won't know until we pick up another item or talk to a few more NPCs to see what they actually want.
Is it possible that Slime Kensu is going to want a lamp, or is that not a turn-in for him?
That is possible.
Okay.
I don't think I saw Axe check to see if it was Aurelius' item. Since with Aurelius' item, you can just equip it and then stab. And if it doesn't give you the error message, then it's definitely for Aurelius.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I didn't see him do it, and we got Sabera second here. Oh, boy. And she's wind weak, 4 damage a hit, but this is the progression, so you have to go through her like this.
Wow. This is great. I mean, this is the grand finals. This is game 3. You want to win this. This is it. This is the next step.
Granted, we're only at 7 scaling, so she doesn't have a lot of HP. It's just we're not doing a lot of damage either.
I guess this is where charge shots only is kind of nice, because you can dodge and then charge and then be ready to fire immediately.
Yeah, that is nice. If they'd found Rabbit Boots, they could have done the same thing without it on. But
yeah.
Rabbit Boots would be like rapid fire the shots. Right?
All right, so Magic's still looking through Saber here, I believe, Mount Saber, and gonna be finding nothing, unfortunately. But he'll have the information that Tornell wants Tornado, but other than that, that is gonna be it.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but Saber South I've found it to just never really be the good play. It always seems to come up to be a bust unless it's either the Tornado Bracelet check or Tornell.
Yeah, and like you mentioned earlier, I mean, it could have been early Flame Bracelet could have simply been the turn-in. And again, having that already happen in one of the races, perhaps thinking maybe this is the play, I'll just go here. And if it's not, obviously go is the next option.
Yep. Yeah, Severa only dropping a medical herb. I mean, I have to assume that these walls are going to be, at least this one wall here is going to be breakable, so he can get to the next section. The one over by the item, that could be a firewall for all we know.
Yeah, they've pretty much done the same checks here. Again, only Oasis Cave, non-flight Oasis Cave checks on Matrix side ended up being just refresh and a shield or something, I believe, is that early on. We've seen 3 shields so far.
Yeah, we already have all the shields. Yeah. Oh, look, Matt's not taking any damage from Kelbask. He can just stand there and tank it.
Another lamp there on Axis side, so...
Okay, we have both lamps. Still don't know who wants that lamp or what statue goes with the other one, but we have 2 lamps. I guess if we get unlucky and the full stupid flags turn themselves on, we'll have a way to see in the darkness.
More robots and just a mimic?
These helicopters are really not liking Axe in here. So Matt making his way into Sabera's area. He's gonna get the unfortunate news that this is gonna be a level 1 fight. And it's also unfortunately not Thunder, so it's gonna be harder to hit her, but at least he can fight her.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if we saw anything in the camera there. No reaction. I'm pretty sure he just expected it. I mean, he doesn't have anything other than just level 1 charges no matter which sword, but like you say, Thunder's going to be easier.
Oh, wow. The other wall in Sabera's area is fire, so we're not getting that. We have to orphan that item for a while.
We've seen this happen in previous races. You know, do you come back for that later on if you're missing something? Man, this game likes to troll you with these little one-off checks that are kind of out of the way when it comes time to trying to find that last little bit of progression. This might be it.
Yep. So we've got Carmine's area next from the front. I basically have to assume that the wall here is going to be breakable. Actually, trying to see if he has any sword to hurt these scorpions with. He has... Okay, they're weak to water. Scorpions are good experience, but they're kind of annoying to deal with sometimes. There's a lot of them, and it's a cramped hallway.
Oh, you know, I didn't even notice if Axe was taking any damage from Sabera, but it doesn't seem that Matrick is either. For neither Kelbask nor Sabera, unless he's bodying her like that.
Axe, I think, technically would have taken damage, but I don't recall seeing him take any hits.
Yeah.
Like, he played that fight really well. He's taking no damage from these statues, though. And we do not have the correct sword for Carmine, so this is another check they're going to have to come back for, unless we get lucky and find fire down here in the basement.
Yeah, Carmine usually a pretty freebie boss there, but not today.
We are going to take a fair amount of damage from these spikes, and Axe does not have refresh like Matt does.
That's pretty interesting. This is where... Does he have any medical herbs left? He did have a whole basket full of them.
Oh, interesting. So what he's gonna... I see... So Axe is gonna reset after picking up a couple chests and taking a bunch of damage to get his HP back, so he doesn't have to burn any consumables. Just a magic ring there.
Yeah, debatable on whether he'll want to keep that.
Just a mimic there. Oh, he's only got... Yeah, he only has one medical herb, so if we don't find anything in this one, I can guarantee we're going to see him reset out of it. And just an antidote.
Wow.
Only consumables down here. And as expected, he did do a reset, and now he's just going to walk straight across. He does want to grab that magic ring. I don't blame him on that. Oh no, recover, that's right. Not entirely consumable. I mean, recover is about as good as a consumable, let's be clear. Okay, Kensu does not want a lamp. He wants the Burt figurine. Good taste in statues, but not an item we have right now. And now we're in Mado's area, which also has spikes. So it's a good thing he got his medical herb back.
I mean, what does this mean at this point? Is this good? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. We've got some combat. That is not progression.
So is this going to potentially flip if Mado is... If he's able to be hurt with the swords we have, if there's nothing of progression outside of his area here, and we have to fight him, is this going to be potentially in Matrick's favor here with the refresh spell?
It really is kind of in Matrick's favor because of that refresh spell, because that gives him a lot more to work with. Unless Axe finds another medic. Oh, wow. Okay. There's the progression right there. There's our fire sword.
Yeah, I was going to say, at best, he's got an opal, so he's at least got one free life here, but sometimes that's just not enough to take on Mado. Mado 2, that is.
Yeah. Axe making the smart play of staying upstairs to check this other chest, since he doesn't really have a good way of getting through those spikes at this point. And he's still got one chest downstairs. That's basically behind a bunch of spikes. And then there's one, and then he still has to get through some more to get to the Mado's, to get to the side that Mado takes you to Mado.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to backtrack to Carmine here before Mado.
Well, the orphan check is actually in Sabera's area, so that's
true.
That's not a short walk, but it looks like he might be. Well, actually, no, he's gonna go. He's gonna go try and take on Carmine because Carmine is fire, and he does have the correct bracelet now. But I don't. Oh no!
Ooh, okay.
Has to burn the opal to get up here.
Yeah.
This is 2 checks, so I'm not blaming him on this.
And it's something he can... Oh, he forgot about... He's got the frickin' flame bracelet. Forgot all about that.
Fruit of power. And do we have anything good? Well, he got something he did want, I'm sure.
Man.
Gonna reset, get rid of that poison. Now the question is, do you go back for that check in Sabera's area, or do you just keep going? With only 1 medical herb, he's not really gonna have a lot to work with for Mado.
Yeah, this is a great seed so far. I love pushing these runners like this here in game 3. And you got to think that when you're in the, you're in the end here. This is it. This is it, right? This is it. And so you can easily kind of metagame yourself out of things. Normally you might not go back for that check. Now he might go back for that check. It's hard to say. And it's like, what do you do?
It looks like it actually looks like Axe is gonna go back for that Sabera check, which I can't necessarily blame. Oh no, that's not what you wanted. So he gets 1 shot of this level 3 charge, and that is all he's going to get. Oh, he has recover. That's right. Taking a bit of the taking the long way here to get around, though. I think he got just a little bit lost going through that section there.
All right, we'll see what Matrick does after he picks up his flame sword right here.
Okay, so both runners have all 4 swords. Matt might go straight for Mado, given that he does have refresh. Axe, smartly remembering that he has the recover spell, so he doesn't have to, because that paralysis might as well be you can't attack anymore.
Oh no!
Oh, it was just a mimic.
Wow, there's not that many mimics that are in the rando, other than obviously we're seeing them for every chest, but there are so many just standard mimics so far. Super trolls. And
Axe is just bailing on Goa because he doesn't have the healing to get through the rest of it. So that's really unfortunate. He has to kind of hope that Mado doesn't... the Sword of Fire was probably the progression, so it's... unless Matt happens to find... Nope, that's just the Fruit of Power. There's a chest upstairs, and there's the Mado fight. And Matt having this refresh spell could... if Mado has something important, or for that matter, if it's that chest... Oh, what is going on with that flying plant? That thing was just...
Yeah, so with the Sword of Fire, we open up GBC Cave and behind the wall behind Zebu. So, there's definitely some options here.
Well, the wall behind Zebu isn't really necessary for anything, since we already have access to... Oh, okay. Burt figurine. We know Kensu wanted that.
That was the one check that Axe left behind up there then, huh?
Yeah, he didn't have the healing to get to it. He was out of HP. Well, he left the Fruit of Power behind too, but Matt's going to immediately go turn that in.
We got a bow on Rage.
Kensu only had a medical herb, so Axe didn't miss anything there. And the other exit of GBC Cave takes us to Waterfall Valley, so that is an entirely new area. And since we had the sword for rage, and we have the sword of water already, we can immediately go do the we did the answering machine, and now we can go do Athena and the dolphin. So that's 3 pretty quick checks for Axe here.
And this lamp, maybe this lamp, the boathouse owner may want this lamp.
Oh yeah, that's entirely possible as well. Boathouse owner is here, so we have the right item. So we're gonna get this check as well. And this chest is the worst to try and pick up.
All right, shield ring, not a game changer. Oh, I guess, okay, Mado is weak to fire, so this is going to be a pretty simple Mado 2 fight with that flame bracelet. Maybe Axe would have been able to do this.
Well, the problem is he would have had no healing whatsoever, and he would have burned a lot of HP just walking through the spikes.
Okay.
So he would have gotten here probably 1 hit from death. The real question is, what's in this... Oh, right. Axe definitely would not have been able to get all the way back. Wouldn't have been able to get through this big poison patch here to get to the chest in Oasis Cave. There's no way he would have had the HP for this.
Yeah, so we have a Piccolo here, or Piccolo, which looks like the shell flute, and we have the hint that is Power Ring on the Angry Sea.
And that other statue that Axe picked up was the broken statue, which unfortunately only turned into a medical.
And we have the speed boots there, leaving the cave with the dolphin.
Did not see what Matt picked up in the Oasis Cave there.
Neither did I.
Paralysis. Okay, that's interesting because if we see rabbit boots, or if we see change somewhere, or even flight, that gives us access to Swan, and Kensu and Swan might be the play. We don't know. So it might be combining all of this stuff together.
Yeah, progression in different areas all coming together.
But we also know that there's that unless Kensu and Swan has flight, which would be the absolute trolliest thing to happen to Axe at this point. Unless that ends up being the case, it shouldn't be too hard to go back and get that paralysis. Axe here doing Evil Spirit Island. Matt's screen is frozen again.
Yeah.
Just a consumable in the first chest. That is true. Axe hasn't done Oasis at all, so that might be a little more likely for him to go in and pick up real quick, given that he hasn't been in the cave at all. Okay, Matt is back. It looks like he decided to head over to Rage, got his bow, getting the answering machine. Given that he has not been to Portoa yet, I can't see him going to Carissa Plant right now. Since you ideally don't want to just go in there and not have a way to warp back to the location. Don't ask me how I know that. I missed the second chest in ESI. We've got a Carmine figurine on the left side, though.
Right side was Magic Ring. Okay,
so just the consumable. We have another statue. That could be our gold statue, and that could be our access to Swan.
Yeah, I mean, Magic seems just the amount of time he's behind is simply just Oasis Cave and the Mado fight in the rest of that floor there. So, still pretty close here.
Oh yeah, like it's really gonna. I think it's really gonna come down to: is the game gonna push you to go to Swan, and is it expecting you to check expecting you to check Kensu up there?
Yeah,
which Axe cannot do right now.
And the big question is, again, when we find another bow, are we going... I guess we need flight and another bow, right? In order to do a crypt check there.
Yes.
Okay.
Matt is now going to be getting his information on what's on the whirlpool and fixing the dolphin. That's how we do it. We don't heal it. We just walk up with a bag of tools. We pull out a wrench and a hammer and we fix the dolphin. He did test out the flute. You can see him frozen in place there for a bit. Okay, that rusty statue is our broken statue.
Quick Vampire 2 here.
Battle armor? Alright, we don't have any armor, so we might as well. Once Matt finds that, he will have guaranteed immunity to all status ailments except slime. Although he didn't sell the sacred shield, so he actually would have immunity to all status ailments. We've got some nice butterflies in this room. That's not fun for getting across that gap. Usually, if I see butterflies in this room, I'll go do Sabera first and then come back for this chest. Acts smartly, however, not trying to take the platform back. He's just going to walk it because he has the speed boots, so he can just skip waiting around for that thing.
Yeah, it's great that the speed boots were kind of in a very obvious location because one runner. There's been some discussion even in the Discord about speed boots and the benefit that they give, and potentially that one runner could be at a huge advantage over the other who doesn't find them. And seeing as they're right here, they both have them in a very obvious location that they both have them now, and so it's not really any real advantage to Axe having them possibly 2 minutes or so, 3 minutes earlier.
All right, so we got a Water Weak Sabera, which they do have the orb for, so this won't be too bad of a fight, especially with War. Wow, yeah, blink and you miss it. That was a really fast Sabera fight. Eyeglasses. Okay. We don't have an alarm flute to go with them yet, but we have the eyeglasses.
And maybe Clark has the alarm flute here.
So it's a random statue that's the gold statue. So that's not the one we have. We got change. Oh boy.
Okay, Aurelius, Brokahana, assuming we can get to Swan at some point soon, we can get through there.
We can get to Swan from the Goa side.
Oh.
So Kensu and Swan is available now. I'm not sure what Axe is doing, because that flute he has is the shell flute, so he's not waking anybody up with that. So right now, it's starting to look like it might be Kensu and Swan, and Axe has to go all the way back through Goa to pick up Paralysis to do that.
Well, wait, we do have Brokahana though right now. I think that's what we're about to check.
Oh yeah, we do have Brokahana.
Wow, okay. Is that the alarm flute? Or the insect flute? Yeah, it could be, but...
Could be either one.
Yeah, no as mentioned before, we don't have any progression to the swamp at the current point in time, so we're not going to be hell running the insect, but yeah, alarm flute looking like he's going to test this here in the Lighthouse Kensu.
It is the alarm flute, which gives him another check as well, since he can get the one back near Leaf. And random statue, that is your gold statue.
Wow.
So now we have both, so we can get the power ring, and we have access to Swan in both directions now. Looks like Axe is going to go pick up that power ring. I don't blame him.
Yeah, all things considered, this has been pretty linear with no real option for true divergence just yet. We had a little bit of divergence options early on. They kind of led nowhere. We were filtered into Goa. Just one small thing that Magic has done mid-02, whereas Axe is not, although it's not that difficult to get back there. But it's kind of been like A to B to C to D to E for the most part so far in this seed.
Yeah, more or less.
I guess we had what? We have access to Fog Lamp and Carissa Plant Cave. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have all 4 swords. We can get into both of those.
Yeah, so I guess we had the possibility to do that, but neither one of them wanted to do those kind of generally unrewarding checks right now.
There's also Waterfall Cave, which has 3 checks.
Yeah.
But we don't have the Flute of Lime, so we would be passing on Akahana and the hint to see what's in the other 2 caves. So not really turning up anything of real value for what Axe has been checking so far.
Yeah, we'll see what is here in the cave. He did just save, so he might be doing a save scum to reload there. But like you say, paralysis may be the thing that gets Magic the lead here moving forward.
Just a consumable on this guy too, so it could be Fog Lamp, it could be Carissa. I'm beginning to think though the seed is pushing us towards Kensu and Swan.
Yeah, I think Axe is going to start over here. Oh, no, you're going to go to Arillis, perhaps? No,
he's going to Fog Lamp first.
Yeah, totally wrong region.
I don't think he has another turn-in, or he might have checked what turn-ins he does have and knows that he doesn't have the Arillis item right now.
When he had the Warp Boots up, he did put the cursor over Goa. We kind of got a head shake. I don't know if those two were were together as part of one, or maybe he was just like, I'm not sure where to go. I've got several options available. But yeah, I mean, he knows Goa's there. He knows it's available. And so we'll see how long it takes him to go back there. Assuming that there's absolutely nothing here. There could still be something here in these off-check caves, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think he's debating. It's like, oh, okay, there's our Flute of Lime. So that opens up Akahana in the Waterfall Cave.
Okay.
So what I really want to see right now is I want to see Axe go into Waterfall Cave and get the hint and have the hint be the Flute of Lime.
I think we're going to see a Swan Kensu check here from Magic's side.
Oh, that's right. It could also be the Insect Flute. Well, we're going to see a Swan Kensu check if his internet would cooperate.
Yeah, right. I hope we don't miss this.
We're going to completely miss what the item is, and he's going to come back and just have... That's... Okay, that's... His internet's trying.
Yeah, this is kind of an important check. It's unfortunate that we're missing this thing here.
It's fine. It just wants us to pay more attention to Axe now. Axe finding barrier, so that's nice. That's not progression.
All right, so I'm going to check Matrix VOD. He's actually still streaming.
Axe, on the other hand, deciding to go into Waterfall Cave and see if that flute happens to be our Flute of Lime.
Swan Kensu had the Bow of Thunder on him.
Oh, interesting. So you do need that. So he doesn't have flight, which means that's going to be somewhere else. So that's good news for Axe. Matt looks like he just wants his power ring. I don't blame him on that. All right, let's see if we have the right flute. We do. There's a bow in Carissa Plant.
Wow.
So we know where all the bows are. We just don't know where flight is.
Yeah. Axe got the Axe giving the nice face there from Axe when he saw that hint. He doesn't know, though, that it's paralysis to Swan Kensu as well, so that's kind of big.
Yeah, I'm sure once we find Flight, he'll go ahead and check it. Because we know it's not in Goa, so he doesn't have to go backtracking through there. And we know it's not on Swan Kensu, so we know for a fact that he's not missing out on that. So it's got to be located somewhere else. Unfortunately, not on the left side of Waterfall Cave here, so he's gonna have to take the long way to get to that last chat. Oh, that is true, Stom. If story mode's on, he does have to go back for Mado 2.
Yeah.
But that'll also be relatively quick since he can come in through the backside. Having an inventory of magic rings and not having enough room for warp boots.
The real struggle in the rando. Inventory management.
So Matt's heading back to Saber South. We don't have the tornado bracelet yet. So the only spot he can check is the vanilla tornado bracelet spot, since we do have speed boots at least.
Just a consumable on the right side there.
All right, we know Axe is going to beeline for Carissa Plant now that he knows there's a bow there.
Yeah, are there any other checks in Carissa Plant Cave?
There are 2 checks in there. We don't know which one's the bow, and since a bow came up as the hint, anything else could be in.
Okay.
Because the bows have the highest priority on the hint within the hint system. So there literally could be anything else going with it. We could theoretically see both Flight and a bow in here. So, is this our bow, or is this the other item? Oh, these robots are gonna make us wait a little bit longer. Love Pendant.
All right, another turn-in item.
That is also the check for Aurelius. He just, he equipped it, he stabbed with it, we did not get an error message. That is guaranteed to be what we need for Aurelius, so I can guarantee we're going to see him immediately beeline to Amazonas after this.
But now, if he gets Flight before getting the other bow, he's going to be digging into what? He's going to be digging into the crypt. He's going to be digging into Oasis Cave further. He might go back to, you think he'll go back to Hydra. That's kind of a long check, though, to go all the way to the top of Hydra. But, you know, how is this going to steer him away from Goa, perhaps?
Well, all he needs is the paralysis spell from the very back of Goa, which is technically Oasis Cave, which is a very quick check with Flight.
Okay.
So that might be good for him. It might also be slightly bad in that he's probably not going back for Mado 2 anytime soon. But yeah, it went back, bought some warp boots, and now is immediately going to go do the turn in here. We're going to see what Aurelius has.
Okay.
She has Flight.
Okay.
Axe is very happy to see that.
Yeah, I was just going to point out that Magic not having, or at least not testing the Flute of Lime doesn't get the hint for the Bow of Life in Carissa Plant Cave. We'll see if he digs that.
It looks like Axe is going to go for Sahara first, though. And the Pyramid. Probably going to check his bows and see if he can do a Crypt Dive as well. If I were in Axe's shoes, I would have dipped Oasis Cave and just grabbed the first couple of chests, and that's it. And then ducked out and kept going to here. Axe looked like he wanted to try and do the Dio check, then remembered he did not have the telepathy spell, so he can't do that. But I guarantee this is going to be a Pyramid into potential Crypt Dive.
Yeah, and if he's got the proper bows, then he'll be able to do a little bit deeper check. Will we be able? No, yeah. If he can get through the statues, we'll get a check on story mode from his side. Obviously, without a third bow, can't do anything beyond that, but at least he'll know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he didn't. Like I said, if he had just. Then again, even if he had checked Oasis, I don't think he would have gone for Kensu first. I think he still would have come here first. So I don't think he would have ever had 3. I don't think there's any real situation where he would have had all 3 bows. Matt, on the other hand, probably will.
Okay, Magic back out into this area. Is he going to be headed to Carissa Plant Cave then?
He's heading. Looks like he's heading the Fog Lamp first, which means he's going to find his Flute of Lime. Which means he's going to be checking. He'll probably do Waterfall Cave immediately. Okay, good. Axe picking up the Fruit of Lime, wisely putting on flight and jumping on it 5 times.
And then getting the Fruit of Power from Azteca.
It doesn't matter whether you're in the finals or not. You absolutely have to meme on the Fruit of Lime. That is just the rules. I don't make them. Everybody just got to follow them.
Yeah, the unofficial, unspoken automatic disqualification.
So let's see. We have 1 bow, and the other one we do have both bows. So we're getting a Crypt Dive here.
Okay, a little bit of time spent on Axe's side. Or Magic might just get this stuff and be ready to go in here 1 dive only.
Yeah, Matt already has Matt has 2 bows, so he's gonna pick up that oboe. He's gonna go to Waterfall Cave, and get the hint that the 3rd bow is in Carissa Plant Cave, and I can guarantee we're getting all 3 of those immediately. So Matt will have, and then because he has the Love Pendant, Matt will go check, get flight, and like he's gonna.
No.
We might even see him. We might even see Matt try to just go straight into the crypt and skip the pyramid entirely. Yeah,
Axe just picked up the hazmat suit. May get thrown off into swamp here.
Yeah. He doesn't have telepathy though, so the only he'd only be doing the Storm check.
That's true. That's very true.
Now, if we get telepathy in this chest, that could be a little bad. Okay, a marimba. All right, that is our insect flute. Well, that might throw him over to the swamp for a bit. Axe taking a paralysis beam to the face there, but that doesn't matter because Dragon's room is a checkpoint anyway. Alright, is story mode on? Story mode is not on!
Wow.
He does not need to go kill Mado 2. He just needs that paralysis spell out of Oasis Cave and then to go check Swan Kensu. That's all he needs.
And I wonder how long it's going to be till he gets back there. I mean, he's got the option to do it right now, but with all this other stuff he's got, where is he going?
Bryn Mawr?
Swamp.
We gonna see a swamp check? He could also go to Saber North as well. Since he has flight, he can just go straight across the river. That disables the trigger. We were talking about this earlier, where you need either teleport or you need flight, and this doesn't... Just having flight doesn't come up very often, but he's going to do swamp. We're going to see him activate oak and then probably go straight to the insect. And then go back for Storm afterwards.
Yeah, if this ends like this, it's going to feel bad from Axe's perspective here that he was just so close to that paralysis spell, which was required, which was our 3rd bow today.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I saw Matt go into Carissa Plant Cave. Or not Carissa Plant, Waterfall Cave, so I don't think he got the hint. He just went straight for Carissa, which is the right play, technically, given that there was really nothing in Waterfall Cave. There's a dead insect. And Psycho Armor, that's nice. Not really what we want.
Matrick has a look on his face. I'm not sure what that is, other than I don't know if he checked Love Pendant.
He hasn't yet. Not that I saw anyway, so I don't think he knows it's the Aurelius item. Wherever he goes is going to depend. Yeah, he's going straight to Amazones. He is about to be in go mode. Kind of giving a head nod. He is officially in go mode, so... Well, he is in go mode from our perspective. He does not know that story mode is off, though.
Right.
Not yet. So in his mind, it's he needs to go check the crypt.
Yeah, funny enough, yeah, I guess Kelbask at the top of Mount Saber and Carmine did not step back for Weak to Fire there in Goa, but doesn't need those.
Looks like Matt is actually going to go to Saber North. I guess I can kind of agree with this. If the only two bosses you have left are just a very quick Kelbask on Saber North and then Dragon in the Pyramid, just do both of them, and that way you don't even have to care if story mode's on at all. And since he has flight, it's going to be a really quick checkup here anyway. So Wind Weak, so only level 1 shots available. Matt, that is one thing to consider. Matt does not have Barrier, whereas Axe does.
Oh, okay. I didn't see Axe pick a barrier in the past here.
I believe it was very back of Fog Lamp. It was the back of somewhere.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Oh, Matt does have Barrier. Never mind. He just wasn't using it.
Yeah, for Matrick having gambled on story mode being off in game 1, he always talks about how that's something that's going to burn him possibly one day. So I guess playing it safe here, taking care of these bosses, assuming that story mode is on, but we do know it's off.
Yeah, I mean, in his mind, he's gonna do a quick pyramid check anyway. There's not really any reason not to. And Kelbask is just a really fast boss to get to if you have flight. So I agree. I do agree with his play here. Both bosses that he has left are very quick to get to. Axe, on the other hand, would have to go back into Goa to take care of Mado 2, which is not someone you want to have to deal with.
Yeah, Axe picking up everything that is steering him in every other direction other than going back to Goa. Just got telepathy. He's back to the swamp, and he's going to rescue the child. Obviously not the play here.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that Matt doing early Oasis Cave gave him refresh, which is what allowed him to have the healing to get through Goa. And that's realistically probably going to be what wins him this race.
Yeah. As much as we were like, oh, it's not real progression or anything, but man, not being progression, but certainly helped get through Goa, and it's just that one chest with paralysis, and here we go. He's got the key to Stixie off of the Oak Mother. This is unbelievable.
And the Carissa plant, so he's going to go check Akahana. He's got full access to Stixie. Yeah, he's getting, like you said, he's getting everything that's going to steer him away from that check. If he's trying to, like, follow the logic and just be like, all right, this is leading me in this direction, yeah. Unfortunately, I think this is Matt's race to lose, and he has Barrier, he has Flame Bracelet, he has Power Ring. He's level 11. He has more than enough power to tackle the tower at this point. Yeah, I don't see any way Axe is going to be able to pull this one off.
Yep, agreed. It would just have to be a straight up, I'm going to Goa right now, but he'd still be a bit far behind.
I mean, he'd have the bow and he could go straight. He would be able to go straight to the crypt. That's the biggest thing, but he would still be a bit behind Matt. The only advantage he's got is that he's level 11, and Matt's level 11 and Axe is level 12. Matt could get level 12 if he just killed one enemy, but he's not going. Oh, there we go. He heard me. It's like you have 600 experience to go, Matt, and you've got 35 scaling. You're gonna get enough on one kill. Matt did go pick up the power ring, yes. So it looks like Axe is kind of scratching his head a little bit here on where he wants to go.
I mean, he's got so many options. I mean, he's got a few options here.
Yeah.
He's going to Stixie.
That's unfortunate because we're not going to find anything of value in here.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, with all the turn-ins and all the other progression that has steered Axe in all the wrong directions, there's probably not too much left in Stixie at this point. Maybe some bracelets or something.
Yeah, that might be where all our combat upgrades are hiding.
Maybe you'll see a tornado bracelet and then immediately go over to Tornell.
Yeah, that's... Oh, no, we don't want... Axe really doesn't want to see that right now. Yeah, Matt is just cleaning up the tower here. With Flame Bracelet plus Power Ring is just making short work of everything. He's got a ton of magic rings to work with, so he's not even worried about how much MP he burns through. He's got the refresh spell if he needs it. Like, he is completely set.
Yeah, this is easy mode.
I did not see what Axe got on the right side of Stixie at all.
Blizzard Bracelet and an actual Mimic.
Blizzard Bracelet is not what you want to see at this point.
Yeah, both of these runners have man, what was it last year tournament? Oh no, it wasn't either one of these runners, but Madrick had been knocked down by Axe in the past. Axe had been second to you on the tournament that you took the championship of in that one a few years back. So neither one of them, I think, have taken a championship, so they were both due for one here. And it looks like Madrick's going to take this one here today.
Don't tell Matt, but I intentionally sandbagged in our race just so he wouldn't be forever third.
He definitely won't watch this race back and hear you say that.
Oh, I'm sure he won't. There's no way. Okay, so Axe is done with Stixie. He's gonna walk out and go check. Gonna go check the top of Hydra. Yeah, Matt's already at the top of the tower. That was a very fast tower. Has assembled the Crystalis sword and is gonna go take on Dinah. This is probably gonna be over. I'm gonna guess, since he has barrier, this is gonna be sub 108 easy. Yep, one more eye open, and this is done. And that is it. Dinah goes down, the explosions are happening, and we're about to see the dot done. Matt letting out a big sigh of relief.
Yep, GG's in chat for Matrick here. Taking game 3 of the grand finals. Looks like an official race time of, as you can see actually on his stream there, it is synced up to the race room, 107.39.
I'm sure we'll see Matt in here for post-race interview in just a moment.
He may have some things to say.
Just a few. Speak of the devil.
What up?
GG, Mr. I'm still third.
Dude,
So I gotta say something before you throw anything in there. Do you know what actually won you this race?
Jeff Peters?
No.
Incorrect.
Oh, okay. I can only guess it's just better management of warp boots.
No.
No.
The
Okay.
thing that won you this race was the refresh spell.
You mean running through all the spikes and everything and using the refresh spell to do it? To get through all that?
Yeah, so Axe has not checked so he bailed out of Mado's area because he ran out of healing. He never got the paralysis spell So he had 2 bows long before you did, but because he doesn't have paralysis, he can't check Kensu and Swan. And everywhere he's been checking since that point has been leading him completely away from Oasis Cave, and he hasn't gone back.
Dude, okay, so the 2 bows were sure, yeah, you could have had 2 bows before me, but the problem is you needed the 3rd bow in Flight, and Flight being on Arillis was buried on buried. It was like, wow.
Yeah, Axe actually did Carissa quite a bit before you. He actually did Waterfall Cave as well, and got the hint that the bow was in Carissa, so he went straight there after that, got the Love Pendant, checked Arillis, got Flight, and he's been doing other checks, which have been giving him turn-ins, which have been giving him, he got the Stixie key, he did all the bosses, he did a crypt dive, and it's just everything has been leading him completely away, and he just finally now has gone back to Oasis Cave, got his paralysis, got refresh, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see him go check Swan Kensu after this.
There's a face in Discord of Axe's. What caused that? that face is just priceless.
Oh yeah, you had the Psycho Shield early too, so I mean the statues weren't doing much damage anyway, since it was only like 3 scaling when you went in there, but you were taking like 1 damage a hit.
Yeah, I walked back out. I didn't even need to heal. I walked in, triggered Mado, saw the door didn't open, and went, I'm walking out.
Yeah, I noted that. It's just like, yep, Matt's taking so little damage, he doesn't even need to teleport out of here. Axe burned 1 medical herb to get through those, and I mean, he had a pretty big stock of them initially, and then he went into Goa and he had to kind of chew through them.
Oh, man. So at this point, the only thing that he's missing, it was going back to get Swan Kensu. That's what he's been missing?
Yep.
Oh my god.
He didn't have paralysis. That was the thing that killed him here.
Did anybody check? Did he go back to Sabera 2's area to check to see what was at the firewall spot?
He did. I believe it was just a consumable.
Yes.
Oh, good, because that's like all that was in Goa.
Yeah, there was
Besides Sword of Fire, there was a whole load of garbage.
There was Recover. I think that was Recover, and then the paralysis spell in Oasis Cave, and that was basically all Go Ahead.
Oh, it was so bad, man.
Axe is not, however, going back to check Swan Kensu right now. He's going to go clean up what he missed in Goa before doing that.
It took exactly... you take 25 ticks of damage walking across the pink slime. I counted every time I hit... my refresh went off.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, that's a lot of damage.
So fortunately, all Axe is actually missing here is the Mado 2 fight and the 1 chest upstairs, just because he has 2 other chests. The one in the center on the bottom floor, and then the other chest upstairs. Because by the time he got the 2 chests on the left side, he had nothing left for healing, and he couldn't have made it any farther.
You gotta love the going into Mado's area right after getting the hint that you needed the Burt figurine for Slime Kensu, and then going in, I full cleared everything in Mado's area. I'm off to fight Mado, and then I get the Burt figurine in the last chest. I'm like, really?
Yup.
Fine.
Yup. I also love the fact that you had 3 swords, and the only one you actually had bracelets for was the 1 sword you did not have. You got Ball of Fire and Flame Bracelet, and you only had when you had all 3 other swords and no other balls or bracelets. Which is just common with this now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of layers to, why some of these things happen. And a big part of it is, logical changes and specific flags that have been put on. I finished with 36 whole scaling. And so, that means that if you look at the balls and bracelets that I had, 4 of the checks were 4 of the items that Axe has that I don't are just balls and bracelets. Then there's because those are combat upgrades.
Yep.
And then I missed out on a handful of, you know, worn items and spells. I think I never got teleport or telepathy, and I think that might have been the only two that I missed. It's teleport and telepathy, so I have no idea where either of those was. And I don't know, you know, I never saw Iron Necklace, I never saw Rabbit Boots, which I saw Axe pick them up, because I turned the stream on like right there. Yes, stab it, Axe, that'll do it. Good job. Stab the slime. If it was a red slime, I could understand.
I'd be stabbing every single one. I'd like to point out, however, that you did not stomp on the Fruit of Lime like Axe did.
Well, okay, because at the time when I got it, I was already cruising to the tower, so it's like, I'm not gonna waste time at this point to do it, because...
Yeah, but Axe did it before you did, and still did it.
Yeah, but Axe didn't have the requisite things to finish the game. I did. So I was like, I'm not wasting any time on that.
We're hearing excuses.
Your
randomizer
card is being revoked.
Please.
Your speedrun card is not. You did have a perfect Mount Saber North entrance.
That was beautiful.
But your randomizer's card is being revoked.
I, honest to God, I didn't get a chance to, you know, blast all of the. Oh, there it is. Axe is not.
Yeah, you see his face like, yup.
Okay,
yeah.
That's what got me. The yeah, I normally like to meme on the shopkeepers. So you save this big deal. Those are my favorite guys. Yeah, I was just trying to you know, think about what else I didn't do, and I think about I never got the key for Stixie. Did he do Stixie?
Oh yeah, he got. Basically, once he started making other checks, he got the hazmat. He found the hazmat suit. I don't remember where the heck that was, but he went over and he did Storm at that point, and he also had the insect flute. So he did those checks, and that eventually led to telepathy. So he came back and did that as well. He found Stixie keys somewhere, and he went and full cleared that. He went up to the top of Hydra. Like, he checked basically everything before doing that last check for paralysis.
What, did you like my hell run to Oak?
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, I was saying, it's like, these don't come up super often with the way the logic is right now, but it was like, it's only one check, but if this is something... If this actually ends up being something important, then this could actually be huge. But I don't remember what it was. I don't think it was that consequential.
I think it was nothing. Pretty sure it was just a...
It was just a consumable.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was just a consumable. And then I got the knowledge that it was Tornado Bracelet, you know, because the real reason that I did it before I went up the mountain was just to see if I had the bracelet. I'm not even joking. That's the main reason I did it. I just wanted the information. Yeah,
we were actually talking about that when Axe was making his climb up Saber South. Is that the progression could have been Flame Bracelet into Tornell, and that could have been the way to go. But as it turns out, it was just go into Goa.
Yeah, yeah, go into Goa for your recover spell. I mean, if it wasn't for Sword of Fire being there, man, that would have been the biggest bust Goa in the history of Goa.
I mean, technically, paralysis.
True. I mean, it was required for this seed, so...
So Axe is in the tower. He'll be finishing up shortly. He's got Power Ring. He's got Tornado Bracelet. He's got Flame Bracelet. He's got Barrier. He's now got Refresh, even though that took him an hour to get. But he is all set for this tower.
Yeah, so Axe is going to blow through it literally here with the wind sword. I don't know why he wouldn't just use fire. Yeah, there we go.
Wind and fire is a good combination. Hurt him with wind and then blast him with fire when you get them all together.
Sure.
Small correction on that Stomp pickup. It seems like it was the Sacred Shield Code Gorilla saying that it was a Sacred Shield there.
Sacred Shield. Well, I mean, that was fine. I actually did put it on a couple of points for safety in some rooms with some heavy warlocks.
Yeah, I think coming back to the axe play, it didn't really occur to me at that point in time, but I think the reason he dug everywhere back but Goa is that he actually opened up the crypt and saw that story mode was off. And so I don't think he wanted to go back and kill any bosses. I think he was just going to look elsewhere. And that's probably what kept him out of Goa that entire time.
I was going to ask if it was off, if he had checked that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because I was like, I said to myself, it can't possibly happen again this way. Like, if I would have, just bailed on Kelby 1 and Dragon 1, and then 1 just, gambling on the story mode again, I'd have felt really odd.
Yeah, no.
I want to note, you're a little lucky that it was off, because you never went back for Carmine.
I didn't? Oh, good call.
I thought you did, honestly.
You know what? He must
I
have
had
been weak
to go
to
back
fire.
and double check the VOD, but
Yeah,
it's also not there in your stats screen either. So
No, I didn't do it. I remember because he was weak to fire, and so I didn't bother going back. Well, you know what? Then I'd actually walked up there, seen that it was off, and gone, what? Oh, crap. Because I went out of my way to do the last 2, like, I'm not going to let this happen again. And then...
Yeah, no, I agreed with the play of going and just doing Kelvesk 1 and Dragon, because they're very quick bosses to get to, especially Dragon 1, especially if you have flight. So it's just like, these are very quick to knock out, and that'll save you a crypt dive, save you having to go back in the crypt if story mode happens to be on. So...
Yeah. Well, Carmine was not that far in. He was the second boss from the front, so it wouldn't have been that big of a deal if I had to go back, but, walk of shame, everybody loves that.
Meanwhile, Axe is in the Dynafight. He has a power ring. He has level 13. He almost got it in 2 cycles. But this will be over in just a moment here.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a pretty quick interview with Axe. We have very limited time before Z1R comes up right after us here in about 5 to 6 minutes.
Yep.
Oh,
So
bummer.
it'll have to be very quick. But Axe has finished official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 26 seconds. So GG to Axe.
There's the answer. It took about 14 minutes to clear the rest of the seed.
Yeah. He'll be in just a moment. Oh, speak of the devil, GG Axe.
Thanks.
GG, man.
So I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Matt real quick.
Okay.
What do you think won the race for Matt?
Oh, it was because he didn't nope out in Goa. That was where the last bow it wasn't. It led to the last bow, and I faded that.
So you're mostly right. What won Matt the race was technically that he found the refresh spell in Oasis Cave very early, and that
Okay.
gave him the healing to get all the way through Goa, whereas you ran out on Nato's floor.
Yeah, that would have helped a lot. Yeah, because there was no mitigation on the spikes. That was the main thing. And so by the time I went through, and I reset out of almost everything in Carmine's area. And so I got those items, and I decided, okay, I got the sword, and I got the sword, and I figured, okay, there's my progress. And it was progress enough to get flight. I thought I had it. And, but yeah, getting refresh would have helped a lot, huh?
Yeah, you were actually in the lead for a good chunk of time, and we even said that. It's like you found flight, you had 2 bows. We were talking about it. It's like it's like this is basically the Axe is way in the lead right now, unless paralysis leads to the other bow, and then that was going to be the big thing. And you just kept getting items that were leading you in every direction but Oasis Cave, and that's basically what did it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I should have gone there right away as sort of like a match play, knowing that, if it was there, I'd be caught up. But I kind of, rather than saying oh, okay. So that was it. It was the bad gamble, especially once I saw that it was story mode off. It was kind of I'm on a bow hunt. So let's there's only like there was like 3 items that I hadn't checked, like Mado, I guess Oasis Cave. Yeah, and if I would have just dipped into Oasis Cave before, because I was gonna say it was your fault, but you usually go into Oasis Cave before you head into, and if I would have just checked those items there, I would have gotten it.
Yep, you would have gotten paralysis, and you would have. I mean, you still would have probably done Pyramid and the Crypt dive, but Swan Kent would have been immediately after. So yeah,
Right.
I even mentioned that as you were going by it. It's like he's not checking Oasis Cave, so this might go on a bit longer. But I hope he makes his way back soon. And then Matt just came in, and he found that last bow. His last bow was actually the one in Carissa Plant.
Okay. It hasn't punished it hasn't punished me on any seed for a while now, and so I was kind of like, oh, it got out of that habit, and it would have been, I could have gotten it. Oh wow.
Yep. Unfortunately, we are kind of out of time here. There is another race coming up at 10:30, so we do have to sign off. Mirai, you want to take us out of here?
Yeah, sure. Thanks to Dragon Dark for letting me tag along here. Matrick, Axe, GG to both of you. Thanks to Speedgaming for hosting the entire tournament. I'm sure everyone is grateful for that one. And I'm just glad to be here. I'm just kind of the sidekick along the way. It's been a phenomenal tournament from start to finish. Perhaps just any real fast final thoughts from Matrick? Start with Matrick.
I just want to thank the community again. You guys have been fantastic. We appreciate all the support. It's amazing. Come and join us, and we'll keep putting on more events. We got some exhibition stuff planned here, so you'll be seeing a lot more from us here in the future.
All right.
The end day is Sunday, if everyone's noticed.
There you go. Yes, yes. There may be a race for that as well. Axe, any final thoughts on this tournament? Anything here?
I want to thank Matrick again for putting this tournament together and bringing the community together and everything.
You're welcome. Everybody's welcome. I'm glad to be able to do it. It's fun. It's what it's all about.
All right, well, that's going to be it for us tonight. Code Gorilla, also thanks for tracking, and wait for the next Crystalis Rando tournament, folks. Details in the Discord, crystalisrandomizer.net, I believe is the URL. Come join us. Anyway, until next time.